What's that noise? There's bizarre stuff happening. Uh, I can't get the troublemaking out of my nose with it. I keep feeling like someone's trying to trick me into thinking I'm shaking the building. um, but then I'll notice something that makes it kind of seem like it syncs up with a nervous twitch I might have. So it's tough for me because I definitely don't have a problem um, buying it, but I do get that I'm um, just not that good in general. I do understand that. Uh, so I got mind your own business right there for a reason. That wasn't just random. Um, apparently, someone's been getting real bent out of shape about like anything, anything I do. If I touch my hair, I just want it behind my ears so it doesn't go into my face and itch, tickle me, and irritate me. I'll try to get it back and put it, where it needs to be, and that makes someone uh, mad at me, and I understand it now, but I didn't because I never thought about that, but I don't really think every other person like that gentleman would be thinking in that way. I hope not. That would be a horrific um, way of life, I guess. Makes me feel mm, that sucks, but it also makes me feel obligated to try to offer some useful suggestions to not feel that way because it's really normal for everybody to feel that way. Uh, but the feelings aren't as important as being right, and what's right is that everybody's life experience is equally as valuable to the one who made those experiences possible. Um, but us being the way we are, and the society that we live in, how it's like king of the hill, and it's like everybody's fending for themselves, and it's like everybody's keeping score, trying to outshine everybody around them and stuff, and it gets complicated. Um, you know, and so a lot of things that I have said and done in the past, I would no longer think was right to do anymore. Um, but that said, I also need to try to encourage more of a thick skin, I guess, like more of uh, um, deriving one's self esteem from your own opinion about yourself rather than what uh, you hear other people's opinion is about you. Of course, that's always going to matter too, but it's like if you can respect yourself, that's really a heck of a lot better than like, for example, demanding someone else respect you through intimidation. Um, and 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 along with that, nobody should ever have to be intimidated into doing the right thing because people shouldn't have a problem wanting to do the right thing all on their own. And if someone is being forced to do the right thing just because there's just time after time after time of like like you know giving the person chances and then forgiving them for it and then they do it keep doing it again stuff like that. I don't really know, there's no easy answer for for, but but it's not like it's necessarily going to change just because they went to jail for a while. Like it needs to change within the person's own belief system and stuff. Um, there's a well-known story about Jesus washing people's feet, and I know that water symbolizes knowledge, and so if that guy's washing people's feet, I believe the feet would symbolize a person's walk, a person's like day-to-day walk, like their what gets them through their life. And so if it's the knowledge, cleaning, and making more clean what gets them through their life, then it's basically just giving advice to to live a more productive, more happy, more fulfilling life. Like so, that's what I am pretty convinced the washing of the feet symbolizes. And you know what's interesting? He dried it with his hair, didn't he? Or something. There's hair involved with it too, which just seems kind of interesting at this present moment for some reason. Actually, might have been a woman's hair. I might be completely off there, but either way. Anyway, I, I'm always frustrated with this shit. Getting where I don't want it and like getting nodded and stuff, and so I it's just surprising to me that that's making somebody kind of mad at me. But a lot of other things are all equally surprising. Apparently, the fact that I eat ice cream is offensive to someone that's lactose intolerant. And so it's like I get it, but at the same time, like, come on, man. Let's live our own lives separately early and like let each other do that without like too much bickering about it. Because I'm not gay, but some guy thinks he's like married to me. Won't let me won't let me have a girlfriend with repeated uh, things that the individual did to make the one I had currently go bye bye. So and it's not always things that I think were intentional. Okay, not always. It's only happened twice, but the first time I don't think it was intentional. Uh, and then there's other times like it happened twice that I know of, but then there's like other things that were very likely happening too, because this guy's really serious. He's really serious. Like there's other potentials that could have been thwarted along the way too. I'm actually positive that's happened. It's um, so I guess somebody has a not somebody that guy has a key to my room and has been like I don't know. I don't want to get. I'm not trying to rat on anybody. I don't want to. I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble. I'm just going through some shit. I think people know about it. I wish um, I wish I could fix it somehow. I'm not the way I'm being painted. I'm a very private person. It's I feel kind of awkward and comfortable around people in general. So I try to keep to myself, and it's hard to do in a city. So it's just one of those things. And I guess sometimes people feel like I'm being like stay away, and like taking offense to it when it's really just my just trying to be comfortable. I don't mean it personal ever. No, sometimes it might be. Sometimes it might need to be. It depends on the situation. But no, it's usually about my own self-preservation. I'm not. I don't want to ruin anybody's life. I mean well in general, and I think that's what is required of us. As a matter of fact, I think human beings we have very privileged, ironically, position in uh, in the kingdom on this earth, right? Like, there's nothing above us here, is there? So, we I think we have a reputation to uphold because of that. I think that's quite obviously a valued position that we should cherish and we should try to, uh, you know, have some dignity about. You know, something that fighting with each other about stupid little things is not. It's just it doesn't. It makes us look bad. It makes us look bad. We can do better. It's not important enough to go to war over. Um, you know, and, and I think I kind of got to keep this going because I feel like my life is somewhat in danger. This guy is criminally insane, goddamn near. It feels that way. I'm being hella stalked badly, unprovoked. like, um, and I'm just, when I go outside, I'm. It's become obvious to me that there's like a situation that involves me. I'm not aware of entirely, but I kind of get the gist. I just don't know really what it all entails. Um, it seems pretty bad, but it seems pretty ridiculous too because don't. I'm not. I'm not like it's not worth. I don't do anything that would require that kind of reaction. Like there's plenty of things that are that I'm ashamed of about past behaviors, actions, and even current ones. I guess. Actually, no. I think I'm good now. like like the things that I still do now are things that I can live with and I can accept in myself and I forgive myself for. So if other people can't do that, that's their problem. And if people are feeling pressured into believing what I said I was told without me telling them myself, that's um, once again I think their problem. Uh, that they that it seems like their subconscious actually is screaming at them. It is real, but their ego is saying no, it's not. Their subconscious is going, oh my god, that's definitely real, and he's not even trying to tell people it must be real. Like that's what the subconscious is saying, but the person's ego is just like, no, fuck, no, 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 can't let that have some kind of edge. Um, that's it makes sense in that way. Uh, um, it's what it feels like. It's what I think is causing this uh, drama that I find myself embroiled in. Um, but if people, and I hear things, a lot of things like, why is he think he's so special? Why doesn't he doesn't even have a car? Uh, why doesn't he go to school? And it's just it's why he's staying home. He's masturbating too much stuff. Like I'm like, okay, well, so you're basically saying I can't be that because you don't respect me. That's basically what's being. That's the gist. That's the overall impression I'm getting is you can't believe it because you don't respect me, and even if it's true, you can't respect me because I'm acting this way when I'm supposed to be that or something like that. And it's like, well, why can't you just think about it in a different way, and think about it in a way that if that guy who's supposed to be up on this pedestal is actually a lot like you in many ways, then maybe you're not so far off the mark yourself. That's a much healthier way to look at it. And it's a less accusatory attack way of looking at it, and a lot more healthier self-esteem uh, boosting way of looking at it. You don't people it doesn't have to be looked at as something that's really unbelievably awesome and something you could never achieve yourself and just the pinnacle of righteous dude. Like it's it's that's not the way it is, and it's something to be jealous of. If it's true, remember, this is all if it's true. I couldn't be crazy. Don't take things too seriously here. I don't know. Um, I was told it. It seemed to fit a lot of coincidences, so I'm pretty convinced. But it doesn't mean you have to be convinced. But if it's true, I am not going to be subjugating people by with violent acts of oppression, or I'm not. That's not the way it's going to happen. If it does happen, people are going to basically have to force me into that role against my will, basically, because I don't even want to do that. Like I'd prefer to be normal. Don't most people want to fit in? I'd like to be normal. I'm not trying to what I like to say slam dunk on people. That's not what I'm doing. I mean, it feels like I have to play that role. I don't want to though, and so I would like it if people if you think it's not possible, it can't be true. I would actually, if and the majority of people were that's the way they thought, I'd be fine with that because I don't want it to be anyway. And but you kind of have to ask yourself, like, well, what the fuck? It's Generation Z is already born. The 2012 thing already happened. If it's not uh, time for a new age to begin, then then what the fuck? It's obviously that time. And so, if the, that dude didn't come back now, then would he'd be late. And so it's just I don't know how to deal with it in any kind of way. I don't like it myself. Um, it's causing me a lot of stress and anxiety, and you know, and I think a lot of people are looking at it really wrong. It's not nothing to be, that's not a fun thing to have. It's basically someone that's guaranteed to be hated on more than pretty much anybody else. Like it's a bad uh, gig to have. It's not gonna make the life any more enjoyable than anybody else's. I'm pretty sure. So there's just really no reason to be all bent out of shape about it. But it seems to me a lot of people are, and I apologize for causing such a problem in the neighborhood. Really didn't want it to go down like that. It. I wanted to be like, I wanted it to go viral like in China or something, and then like have it slowly come over here because I need to live here. I need it to be comfortable to live here in the meantime, and you know, and for all I know, I'm just being really big headed and thinking that that's a possibility in the future for really selfish reasons. It's possible. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's not what's going on, but I might be a terrible person. I just want to admit that. But I try to have fun. I try to enjoy my life. I think we should be allowed to enjoy our lives. Our life should be a blessing. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that we're expected to work 40 hours a week, basically our entire life, just so we can have a place to sleep and food to eat. That I think that's bullshit. I think having a place to sleep and some food to eat should be like basically rights. Like we should be able to take that shit for granted, and then anything that we're working for should be for luxuries, not essentials. It's really, like this point in our timeline where we have all this, somewhat prosperity going on, right? The whole world's getting modernized in such a way, and like it's like we still have to work our ass off 40 hours a week for our entire life to maintain a place to sleep and have food to eat. That's just ridiculous to me. That I think if the golden age is about to begin right now, that's something that's going to change dramatically. I don't. It's we don't deserve that. It's basically I call it. It's everybody calls it debt slavery. And if you look at the Mastercard logo, there's it shows two interlocking circles with like lines, right? And it looks kind of like handcuffs that have the little hinge there, right? So and then that's the symbol for infinity, right? So it's basically symbolizing that symbol is infinite slavery to your what? What are those cards good for? To your debt. Like the card says exactly why it's bad for you. It's infinite bondage to your debt. Um, and so, and then another point I like to make, which I don't even really know if it is a point, but what's up with the ding and bell at Wall Street and those motherfuckers clapping? That's creepy to me. Has anybody else ever felt creeped out by that? Because it really creeps me out. It's like they're in this little box, right? It looks like it's hard to get out of. They got no like and it looks like the ledge is kind of low, like they can dangerously like fall off and shit. It's weird. It's really weird. I think it's like sending some kind. I think it's really some kind of mind control programming going on there. It's like subconscious, like our subconscious is being like really like tortured by that in a way. um, it's creepy. It really is. If you agree with me there, please thumb up the video. Um, Yeah, I'm gonna. That's it for this one. Let me know what you think down below.